One of the fastest ways to lose trust with your students is having a portal that looks really generic and really messy. When they log in, you want them to know they're walking into your business. If you are using Ivorey, you want your course or community space and portal to feel polished, on brand, and really easy to navigate. And I'm going to show you how I set it up. Okay, here's how you want to do it. Step one is to head over to courses, and this is the one we're going to change. At the moment, this is the portal that you are seeing. To change it, head over to your settings and you want to configure your domain. It looks like you can't edit it, but you can. Okay, so you can change it to whatever it is that you want to change it to. That's it. And then you hit update. That's step one that you need to make sure that you are across so that it appears correctly on your screen. Amazing. So there's a few other things that we need to make sure. Your app permissions. I would be changing this default landing page. So when they open the app, when they open it on the desktop, this is going to say where they want to go. A lot of the time, the homepage is going to confuse them. I default it to courses. Okay. Then you can go and hide. I don't want them to see estimates, really, if you don't want them to. Billing, subscription, affiliates. If I don't have these things, I'm going to untick them so that it's not even an option. And I'm going to hit save. But by changing the default landing page to courses means that when they open it, their course is right there. If you are community-based and you want where they can chat in their community to go first, when they open it, change it to communities. Okay, this branding one is the one that a lot of people have missed. It looks like the generic branding that we've got going on. So your portal name, I actually wouldn't give it a name because when you go and open that portal, it's going to come across the top, and I'm going to show you two examples. So having the portal name, it's going to depend, when you put your portal name in, it's going to depend what it looks like with the portal image that you have in the background. Let me explain. This one here, this is the portal name. This is how it shows up. Okay, if this had the writing in the background, I would not be putting a portal name in. Same with this example. We had a plain background image and the name over the top. So that is how the name shows up, and that's what you just need to be aware of. It really only affects the desktop view, but I still think it's important, okay? Because you don't want text on the background image and text on the front because it's going to cause a bit of a mess. So there are two examples, okay? The portal description, I would leave blank. Then you can go and choose your brand colors, okay? The first button is going to be your button colors for your login for your portal, okay? The second color is going to be a mixture of both color 1 and color 2, and it's going to be used as your login screen if there's no portal image. So if you leave this image blank and that image blank, it will just be a default color, okay? So you can see the button color there is what we've used, and that button color there is what we've used for image color 1. That's how you do it. You do need to add a little favicon because it appears up the top here in area 1, and 2 in the desktop app. Okay, so when we're in the app, it is super important because this is an example of the login screen. If you don't do any of this, you are going to look like this. You can brand it. For example, this is the favicon, this is the favicon. So this isn't only just important in this area, it's also important on the desktop. It's also important when you use the desktop app so it looks good, because I don't want yours looking like a generic portal, because one, people aren't going to know it's you, especially if they've purchased multiple programs, which people end up doing, especially when a program gets popular. All right, so I'm going to pop in this color for the first color that I want to use, and my secondary brand color I want to use is this one here. For now, you can always change this if I don't like the look of it. Okay, the favicon is going to be, you need it in 1-to-1 ratio. So a really nice thing that I like to do is just use an online favicon creator. And I'm going to upload my logo that I want it to be. It will create a bit of a zip file, which is fine. And that will be in there. So then I need to go back, and then I can now choose downloads. What's it say? Max 16 by 16. So I can choose that one. I just choose the Apple Touch one usually. It doesn't have a problem. And then the portal image, I don't think I'm ready for that. I can go and create it. And the logo, same thing. It needs to be 1 by 1. So let's see. If it doesn't let you, it means that you've just got the wrong sizing, and I just jump into Canva and I just quickly edit it. I'm then going to add an email address, which is going to appear down here if people need support. And I'm going to add like that. Okay. Now you can hit save. You can get fancy and go and add custom headers and tracking codes and things like that. But for the bare minimum, for a lot of people, that is all you need to do. Okay. So then if we have a quick preview, let's see what that looks like without, it doesn't have any of the, it doesn't have the, oh, that didn't save. Update. Copy. Okay, so you can see what kind of happens there is, don't worry about that, that just needs to update and it takes a second, but unless you have a picture there, it's a blend of both the colors that you've popped in. Okay, so I recommend going and getting a picture and adding that, but that is the branding that you need to be doing so that the portal looks good. Okay, on the desktop view as well as your mobile view, which will have important for logging in. Okay, so if we hit next, you can see that the logo will appear. Not a lot else matters in the app view, but you still need to do it so it's that professional touch. Hope it helped.